Welcome back, everyone. Today I will be continuing on with Fits 5 and 6 of the Robin Hood Adventure. Now the knight has said goodbye and gone along his way. Robin Hood and his merry men lived there many a day. Stay and listen, everyone, and pay attention to what I say, how the proud sheriff of Nottingham called for a day of play, that all the best archers of the north should come on a certain day, and he that shoots the best shall bear the prize away. He that shoots the best, the furthest and the truest, at a pair of good targets under the greenwood forest. A right good arrow he shall have, the shaft of white silver, the head and feathers of rich red gold. In England there is none finer. Then good Robin heard about this under his greenwood tree. Get you ready, my strong young men, that shooting I will see. Come on, my merry young men, you shall all go too, and I will test the sheriff's faith and see if he is true. When they had their bows strung and their arrows feathered free, 70 of strong young men stood by Robin's knee. When they came to Nottingham, the targets were good and long. Many a bold archer was there, whose bow was good and strong. 6 of you shoot with me, the others keep us covered, and stand with good bows strung in case we are discovered. The 4th outlaw bent his bow, and that was Robin Hood. And the proud sheriff saw it all, as by the target he stood. 3 times Robin shot about, and each time he slit the wand, and so did good Gilbert with the white hand. Little John and good Scarlet were archers of the best. Little Much and good Reynold were better than the rest. When they had shot about, these archers fair and good, every time the best one, indeed, was Robin Hood. He was given the good arrow, for the worthiest was he. He took the gift so courteously, he would go to the greenwood tree. They cried out on Robin Hood, and great horns began to blow. Woe to you, treason, said Robin, full evil are you to know. And woe to you, you proud sheriff, thus to have your jest. You promised me differently back in the wild forest. But if I had you in the greenwood under my greenwood tree, you would leave me a better pledge than your true loyalty. Full many a bow there was bent, and arrows they let glide. Many a jacket there was rent, and hurt many a side. The outlaw's shot was so strong, no man could drive them off. And the proud sheriff's men, they fled away like chaff. If Robin had known about this ambush, in the greenwood he would be. Many an arrow there was shot among the company. Little John was hurt full sore, with an arrow through his knee. That he could neither walk nor ride was a great pity to see. Master, then, said Little John, if you ever loved me, and for that same Lord's sake that died upon a tree, and for all the good service I gave you every day, don't let the proud sheriff find me alive this way. But take out your bright sword and cut off my head, and give me wounds deep and wide, and leave me here dead. I don't want that, said Robin. John, to have you slain, not for all the gold in merry England, though here in a pile it lay. God forbid, said Little Much, that died on a tree, that you, Little John, should part our company. He took him up on his back and carried him over a mile. Many a time he laid him down and shot a little while. Then there was a fair castle, a little ways in the woods, double-ditched all about and walled by the road. And there lived that gentle knight, Sir Richard at the Lee, that Robin had lent his goods under the greenwood tree. He took good Robin in, and all his company. Welcome, Robin Hood, you're welcome here to me. And I want to thank you for your comfort, and for your courtesy, and for your great kindness under the greenwood tree. I love no man in all the world so much as I do thee. For all the proud sheriff of Nottingham, right here you shall be. Shut the gates and draw the bridge, and let no man come in, and arm ye well and make you ready, and to the walls you win. For one thing, Robin, I promised you, I swear by St. Quentin, for 40 days you'll stay with me, eating and drinking. Boards were laid and cloths were spread, as quick as they could do it. Robin Hood and his merry men have all fallen to it. The 6th fit. Stay and listen, everybody, and enjoy your song. How the proud sheriff of Nottingham gathered an army strong. Quickly came the high sheriff, routing up the country, and they attacked the knight's walls all around his castle. The proud sheriff loudly called, "Knight, you're a traitor. You're keeping the king's enemy here, against the law and order." "Sir, the deed that here was done, I did it, you are right, by all the land that I have, as I am a true knight." "Keep traveling, sirs, on your way, and do no more to me, till you know our king's will, and what he will say to thee." The sheriff had his answer, without slowing down. Forth he went to tell the king, down in London town. There he told him of that night, and of Robin Hood, and also of the bold archers that were so noble and so good. He vows that he has done all this to help the outlaw band. He will be lord and set you not in all the northern land. "I will be at Nottingham," said the king, "within 14 nights, and I will take this Robin Hood, and I will take that knight." "Go home now, sheriff," said the king, "and do as I bid thee, and call in all the good archers from all the wide country." The sheriff has taken his leave, and gone along his way. Robin Hood went back to the woods upon a certain day. And Little John was healed of the arrow that was shot into his knee, and he went straight to Robin Hood under the greenwood tree. Robin Hood walked in the forest under the green leaves. The proud sheriff of Nottingham was stewing in his grief. The sheriff had failed with Robin Hood. He could not have his prey. So he waited for this gentle knight, both by night and day. He waited for this gentle knight by the riverside, as Sir Richard went out hawking and let his hawks fly. There he took this gentle knight with his armed band, and led him back to Nottingham, bound foot and hand. The sheriff swore a full great oath, by him that died on wood, more than 100 pounds he wanted Robin Hood. The knight's wife heard about this, a lady fair and free. She set herself on a good horse, and rode to the greenwood tree. When she rode into the forest, into the greenwood glen, there she found Robin Hood and his fair men. "God save thee, good Robin, and all thy company. For our dear lady's sake, I ask a favor of thee. Don't let my wedded lord be shamefully slain, I pray. He is bound fast to Nottingham for the love of you this day." Right away, good Robin said to that lady so free, "What man has taken your lord away? The high sheriff?" said she. "The high sheriff and all his men, the truth as I hear say. He is not yet 3 miles passed along this way." Then good Robin started up, he didn't care what it cost. "Get you ready, my merry men, by him that died on a cross. Whoever forsakes this sorrow, by him that died on a tree, no longer in the greenwood will he ever dwell with me." Soon there were good bows strung, more than 140. Hedge nor ditch spared thy none, and everyone got dirty. "I make my vow to God," said Robin, "I'd like to see the sheriff now, and if I could take him, I would square the old account." And when they came to Nottingham, they walked in the street, and the proud sheriff truly soon they came to meet. "Wait, you proud sheriff," he said, "stop, speak with me, of some tidings from our king, I'd love to hear from thee. For 7 years, by dear worthy God, I haven't gone this fast on foot. I make my vow to God, you proud sheriff, it is not for thy good." Robin bent a full good bow, an arrow he drove at will. It hit the proud sheriff so, on the ground he lay full still. And before he could get up or rise upon his feet, he cut off the sheriff's head right there in the street. "Lie there, proud sheriff, evil meet thy death. No man could trust you while you drew your breath." His men drew out their bright swords that were so sharp and keen, and laid on the sheriff's men and drove them down the street. Robin started for the night and cut his bonds in two, and put a bow in his hand and told him what to do. "Leave your horse behind you and learn how to run. You shall come with me to the greenwood, through mire, moss, and fern. You shall come with me to the greenwood without slowing down, till I've got to us the grace of the king down in London town." And that concludes today's reading of Robin Hood. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.